What's up, dudes?
Welcome to Spartan News.
Stay inside, you noobs.
It's negative 6 degrees out, foos.
For lunch today, we have macaroni and cheese, nachos, and some crispy chicken sandwiches.
I'm not gonna get a delicious side.
What? That was for me. Man, I'm kidding.
Sounds absolutely delicious.
I feel like Robert.
Hey, don't leave your Chromebooks in your car. It's really cold outside. They'll break. I'm sure you want a working Chromebook, so.
The varsity boys basketball team took on the Belding Knights last night. The Spartans dominated Belding in the first period, jumping out to a 27-10 lead. Connor West alone outscored the Knights, having 23 points at half, while the Knights put up 21. The Spartans would continue to put on a clinic against Belding through the second half, finishing up their rout with a final score of 78-34. Connor West would stay hot all night, finishing with 31 points. Congratulations to Connor for signing with Indiana Tech University to continue his career of balling out and being splash money. The boys will take on Kellogg'sville on Friday night.
Nobody had Sam. Nice kick out. Summer gets a 3. 3 team fouls for Belding and 14 fouls for Sparta. Nice ball fake there. Here's the sophomore Joe, and he gets.
The boys remain undefeated in the OK Silver after winning against Kellogg'sville. The high games were Andrew Eiler with a 247 and a 212, Caleb Rowland with a 237 and a 213, Samuel Woolworth with a 237, Brendan Welch with a 216, and Sam Hewlett with a 205. The girls are 6-1 after also beating Kellogg'sville. They had their highest Baker game this season with a 190, and Aaliyah Dines had the high score of a 174.
Good morning, Spartans, and welcome to this wonderfully cold Wednesday. I'm happy to see that you've all made it here this week for our shortened week together.
I want to thank you for doing everything that you are to keep your mask above your mouth and your nose at all times. We see you working to do that, and we appreciate that.
It is Wednesday, and Wednesday's time for our joke of
The week?
And this week decided to mix it up a little bit, give you a little bit of a life pro tip. And so if you're ever super cold and you're looking for the best place to warm up, I recommend that you head right over to the corner because it's normally 90 degrees. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
A golden retriever named Nisha was found after 2 weeks of being stranded on an icy mountain. She was spotted by a couple and was so cold that she couldn't stand or walk. The couple covered her in their extra clothes and carried her back down the hill safely.
Aww. Last week, the Houston Texans released 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, J.J. Watt. This continues a string of questionable moves made by the Houston Texans as management and player relations seemingly worsen in H-Town. As for JJ, he will be looking for a new team. Possible frontrunners for JJ seem to be Cleveland, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh. Both Derek and TJ Watt are already playing in Pittsburgh, which could possibly put Pittsburgh at the top of the list for JJ Watt.
As if things couldn't get much worse, IHOP is canceling its National Pancake Day promotion amid the coronavirus pandemic.
Frank Rothwell, a 70-year-old grandfather, sets the new world record by being the oldest person to row a boat unassisted across the entire Atlantic Ocean and raise $1.4 million for Alzheimer's. Rothwell took 8 intense weeks to travel from La Gomera in the Canary Islands on December 12th to the finish line 3,000 miles away in Antigua on February 6th. Hilary Evans, Chief Executive of Alzheimer's Research UK, says that this incredible amount will be a huge benefit to the groundbreaking research that we carry out here at Alzheimer's Research UK as we continue our mission to bring about life-changing treatments for people affected by dementia.
Well, I was just thinking, it's easy for most of us to look back and think, I really like Martin Luther King Jr. I really like Rosa Parks. But I was thinking, how would I have been in the 1960s? In the Selma March, would I have been marching with African Americans, marching for rights, or would I have been marching against them? Little Rock, Arkansas, would I have been welcoming or blocking African Americans from entering Central High School? Or the Freedom Riders? Would I have been joining with the Freedom Riders or firebombing their buses? Well, who am I today? Does Black Lives Matter make me angry? What about Kaepernick? What about players taking a knee at an NFL game or an NBA game? Does that make me angry? Maybe how I feel about that today says a lot about where I would have been, on what side of the bridge I would have been on in the 1960s.